Hola chicos, and yes, live to this week's blog, which I think is going to be a good one, because I've climbed an absolutely crazy massive volcano a couple of days ago. Unbelievable. I'm going to kind of dedicate most of the time on to this week on that, just to kind of make sure that it's I'm covering everything I've done. The majority of my week here has been, I'm still in Antigua. In fact, you can see it. Right now I'm right up on a hill. It's actually probably the most awesome place to film a blog. So if you can see that beautiful little town down there, is the town of Antigua that I talked about last week. I've been here for a week doing 5 days of Spanish for 4 hours a day with an incredibly patient local teacher called Claudia. I wasn't kind of filming and taking snaps along the way. Obviously I was just having my mind melted by irregular verbs, but she was really nice. She kind of helped me do some learning, and she played some games with me. I think I've got one snap of us playing bananagrams. But yeah, that was a nice chilled cool week in Antigua. In the place I've been staying, which is a homestay with a family, kind of halfway between a hostel and someone's house really, I met an American couple called John and Audrey, who at the tail end of a sort of a year's worth of travelling. We were talking about this volcano Acatenango, which I'd mentioned last week and that Rich and Peach did a couple of weeks ago, and I decided to do it. I knew it was going to be impossible for me, near impossible. I shouldn't say impossible because I actually did it. It's one of the more popular things for like fit young people who visit Antigua to do. I'm borderline young and I'm even less borderline fit, so this was kind of a big deal for me to decide to do this. But I'd seen some photos, and every single person who talks about it just says it's so hard, but so worth it. So bit the bullet, and a couple of days ago we did it. So the deal with Acatenango, you can actually see it from here. So if you see, look over there, those two volcanoes in the distance. Can you see that? The one on the right is Acatenango, and the one just to the left of it is called Fuego. Now, Fuego is still active and goes off every 5 to 10 minutes, 5, 10, 20 minutes, around that. Acatenango is a little bit taller, but you can hike all the way up it. Basically, it's like a 6-hour hike, just up to the top, and then you camp at the top and you watch the sunset and then the sunrise, and then hike down the next morning. By far the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, I'd say, in terms of physical activity, and being that completely knackered for the entire time. But it's so beautiful. So you start just trekking up, carrying my full bag on the back of me, so not with all of my clothes, but my actual large backpack, loads of water. It's probably, I don't know, at least 10 kilograms I would have thought. As you go up, you start to see these amazing views, and the landscape starts to change. You can just drop in a couple of things on the way up here. So we are, it's a video by the way, we are, how far in? 2.5 hours up?
Yeah, about
what
that.
Could be a 5 to 6 hour, maybe halfway. Acatenango, it is hard work. How are you finding it, John?
It's alright.
Yeah,
I'm battling the cold.
These guys are like
legs are burning.
Fitness people. Look at the steam coming off my head. Anyway, here's our little camp to be continued. So that's kind of cool, kind of beautiful. And then you get up a little bit further and you actually reach above the clouds. I think I took a little video here just to kind of start to get a little bit more. Well, this is an absolute piss take. We're not even at the top yet. We're above the clouds. So you can see that. And basically, it's hard to describe how unbelievably knackered I was. The air's really thin. By the time you're getting up there, you're well over 3,000 meters. It's 3,600 at the point that you camp. It's like, take a few steps, take a breath, keep taking a few steps, sweating. But finally get to the top and you greet with the view. You're literally right there in front of this volcano. The guys have already set up the tents for you, and you're confronted with views like this. I don't even know what I'm going to drop in here, but I'm sure that this will give you a bit of a flavour. Quickly get this. Audrey, John, what are you guys looking at right now?
A volcano exploding.
What, this thing?
It's not fuego.
This thing here.
That's fuego, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Listen to that. It's like thunder.
Fuego está en fuego.
So at this point it's not even dark, and you're already just amazing. You're so high up, the air's really thin, you're above the clouds, the volcano's beautiful. It's erupting like literally, sometimes it's like every 5 minutes, and then it might break for 15 minutes and kind of keep going again. But where it gets even more mental is when the sun goes down, and once it's dark, even though in the daytime you can just see these clouds of smoke, you realise that it's spitting lava, and it's just this huge big volcano just chucking out bright red lava and rocks and dribbling down the side. I've got one video around about sunset which I think is the best one I took, and kind of gives you an idea, but as always with this, I mean, it's huge and it's right in front of you, so check this out. Oh my god, look at that lava. So that was basically what was going on all night long. There was an option to get up at kind of 4 AM and hike right to the summit, which was another like 400 meters up. Most people did that, but I felt like I'd almost died the next day, and because I'd read so many blogs about what had happened, all that I knew is that actually it was the exact same view from the top. So I took the opportunity to get up at 4 and sit by the fire and watch what I think might be the most beautiful sunrise of my life while the volcano was still exploding, kind of quiet solitude. I mean, it was just some of the best 2 hours ever. I've got some more snaps of the sunrise here. The moon was coming up at the same time over one of the other volcanoes that was around there, and then the sun just slowly came up, and it was just, I'm trying not to swear as much in this one, effing beautiful. I mean, it was unbelievable. So what everybody says, literally everyone, and I spoke to dozens of people who've done this that managed to convince me to do it, is that it was worth it. Was it the hardest thing I've ever done? But probably. Would I do it again? Not a chance. Would I recommend it to someone? Only if they're cut for punishment and in decent shape. But it's worth the payoff, because I can't imagine there's many places in the world that you can do something that's just so there in front of you. So the next morning you kind of wake up after you've watched the sunrise and you hike back down, which only takes about 3 hours. Still kind of hard because you're just going down steep slopes all the time. I got a nice snap of my group. There's like 20 of us go up together with about 4 guides, which is kind of cool. This is like down at the bottom of the thing, so you can see us here. But yeah, overall it was definitely the hardest thing I've done in this trip. I think the hardest thing in my life, physically, certainly in the shape that I'm in now. But oh my god, I mean, absolutely ridic. So this is, that's why I'm here. So this is kind of the perfect time to film this vlog, because I've literally just booked a ticket away from Antigua in the morning, 8 AM bus to El Salvador, so new country. I looked at the dates. I've been in Guatemala for exactly a month. So it's kind of cool. It's been amazing, and what a way to finish. So El Salvador tomorrow, and then on to Nicaragua, and yeah, not a bad place to kind of finish it, actually, just to come up here and admire the view, which I know I showed to you already. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all right. And oh, is this still filming? Yeah, it's still filming. Okay. No technical errors there. Hopefully you guys are all good. As always, drop me a message if you want to see more photos, if you want to chat. Amazing, and yeah, lots of love, and speak to you soon.